Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's journal restock and journal supplies restock. I wanted to go ahead and get this video up today, Monday, instead of Tuesday when I normally do it. I want to spend the rest of the week finishing up my custom orders. I'm getting near the end and I'm so excited. Thank you for holding in there with me as I get these out to you. So I do have a few things available today. I have some journal starters that include kits in them, and I have some printable digital kits. But before I get into that, I want to just remind you that I have 3 of these left in my shop. These are the Vintage Photos Children's Traveler's Notebook size. They're 40 pages each. They're lightly embellished and they have adorable children on them. I still have the umbrella one, the tiny couple one, and the schoolgirl one. I have sold the telephone one and the flower girl one. These are available and I have reduced the price a little bit so that you guys can go ahead and get these before Christmas, get those out to you. And also, before I get into what's actually listed in my shop, this is one I made with this set, but this is going out as one of the custom journal blind orders. When I do the custom journal blind orders, it's pretty much that price point, however I want to do it. So this is the size, the 9x6 that she ordered, but she has no idea what she's getting. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing because it's very similar to this, but this is going out to her. I love the trim and the buttons and the vintage alphabet. So that's for my customer waiting on that. Now, let's get into these journals. Okay, so they're all 9x6s. They all have a cardstock cover. And they're decorated totally differently. The insides are very similar, and each has a 15+ kit of ephemera in the journal so that you can decorate it any way you want. So this is great as a Christmas gift for somebody that you think might want to start junk journaling and kind of want to playing around with it. Also, if you have some ephemera but you just like some of mine, it's like a semi-naked junk journal. It's not a naked junk journal because I'm including a bunch of extra ephemera in an envelope in here for you to use. You can also take it out and swap with what you have as well. So this one has this beautiful kind of textured purple. And I have some of the homemade paper. It's store-bought homemade paper, but it's beautiful, this fuchsia color. And then I have a bunch of layered pieces of paper and everything, and then the word happy, and 3 giant buttons threaded through there. And this has a thin black lace closure. And I'm going to go in depth in one and then quickly through the other. So each journal has a little pocket in the front with room to write your name, or if it's for a Christmas gift, to so-and-so, love, so-and-so. So each one has some kind, this one has a Rolodex card and it has spun sugar distress ink around it. And then each one has a vintage flash card. I think they're all subtraction, and a butterfly stamp on that in the front. Then the pages are all similar, but they're still different. It's just the same types of papers. So there's scrapbook papers, coffee dyed papers, puzzle pages. These, well, they're scrapbook paper, but they're like a cardstock, and they're a really pretty, like, mottled color. Each one has a different color. There's a page that has spray. There's more scrapbook paper. Some of them have tabs, some do not. This is printed from Old Design Shop. Some of them have printed pages. This is a book page from a sunflower book. Scrapbook paper with coffee stencil, and you can see their giant flowers, so that's really neat. Each one has like a card, like a greeting card with some kind of stamp or something on it. Each one has a lined paper with the stress oxide on it, and most of them I used the stencil, and they're all different colors. So this one is a cracked pistachio and the wilted violet, I think it is. And each one has this book from a flower, or this page from a flower arranging book. Each one has an envelope in the middle. 3 of them have these green homemade envelopes, and 2 have the Dollar Tree manila envelopes. So the homemade ones are these really thick construction paper in this beautiful forest green. They each have a little button to help the weight to keep it closed. And then inside you're going to find your kit. Each one is similar yet different. So this is what's in this kit. Each one has this categories card. Some of them have these really pretty silver and gray paper bookmarks. Each one has a butterfly inked and punched from different paper. Some of them have these little vintage looking tags with an eyelet I put in there. There's journaling cards, and each one has 2 tickets. Each one has a Western Union telegram, a little one printed out there. Each one has a little homemade paper, kind of rustic looking tag. Each one has a little sewn square with a sentiment. Each one has a Disney card. This one is the fairy godmother. Each one has this little, has a little flip. Some of them are different papers. You can either put some papers in it to make a mini junk journal or just use it as a flip. And there's this one, is unique. There's different ones to different, I can go through quickly, I guess, what's in each one so you can decide. And then on the flower arranging one, each one has it folded over so you can do some secret, gluing or pasting, or you can even add some gesso so you could write. And then this is from Digital Collage Club. It's a little dragonfly, but it has some little piece of ephemera clipped on. And the idea for that is to keep it closed, but you can also use this clip in any way you want to. Each one has some kind of lace or trim on one of the pages. And each one has my stamp in the back. So this one is called Purple Happy. And I think it's very modern. It has little vintage touches to it, but this is just fun. It's really fun and cheery and happy, and it would be hard to be sad writing in this journal. So then there's the blue folk art journal, and there's gold foiling on these little folk art. There's stitching all around this one. This is like an embossed, has blue embossed flowers all over the cover. It's also inked in gold. And there's 2 little buttons here on the front, and this cream colored lace is holding it closed. I'll go more quickly through this one, but this one has a little like file folder pocket. My boys are noisy in the background. So I'll just go super fast so you can see what you get in this one compared. This one has that pretty blue teal. Oh dear. Minute Meltdown from the 16-month-old. This one has a map page. Old Design Shop, printed again, but it's a different page. And then this is the little manila folder that 2 of them have. And I clipped them closed, but you can open them. And so these are the pieces that this kit gets. This one has wallpaper. This one says Be Happy, and you get the walrus. And then I clipped the silver bookmark on there, and I clipped a Monopoly money on there. And then here's what she got. Live with Love. Here's that little flip. See the World, Travel Often. So this is kind of almost a travel theme, but not exactly. And you can trade anything out. And then I just clipped that closed. Guess it's on the wrong side. Here's the beautiful lace on this one. I love how it's a 2-layered lace. Here's a journal card. Hello, I love you. And my stamp. So there's that one. Now, I think this one is my personal favorite. And this one has this gorgeous floral shabby chic type cardstock. Here's a piece of a doily, thanks to Jenny. I've been using what you've sent me. I cut a little piece off, stitched it onto this piece of wallpaper. Then there's some gold trim I bought at Hobby Lobby. And then I have stitched buttons and little enamel dots all on here. There's several all the way down. And then Tim Holtz Flight, Magical, and Wish, and then a little blue butterfly. It has this really delicate light blue closure. Okay, and then on the inside, the pocket says For the Record. And again, I'll just go quickly through so you can see. I love this page, Flowers and Their Visitors. This is from a 1957 book. Another Minute Meltdown. It's just about supper time, so meltdowns happen. Here's another one. Oh, I'll try to get through this. All right, so this one says Love Conquers All. This is from Old Design Shop as well. It's like a giant postcard. Okay, so here in the middle we have more ephemera. See if I can pull it out and show you. This has this from an animal book, all these pretty birds. Wow, they're growling at each other. I'm going to have to pause this again if they don't. You know, when it gets to be about bedtime, sometimes they just decide they can't stand each other anymore. 3 boys, you know. And then on this side, there's a couple other pieces. There's a piece of acetate, this word that says beauty, and you get Bo Peep for your Disney character. All right. Kind of go through quickly. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit for you guys. This is kind of a sewn together tag that I made, a nature tag. Here's the beautiful lace on this one and the end. There's one more. Watson, don't touch anything up here. Sorry. So this one is the gold embossed one, and my husband actually made this with my embossing machine and some gold embossing powder. And I actually found a journal to use it on. I put lace all the way around the circle. There's a little piece of gold lace here at the top from Jenny. And then on this garment pin, there's this beautiful butterfly and a blue jingle bell, and then some flowers and buttons here. And what's really neat on this one is the back has these gorgeous flowers as well, and this really pretty gray, I guess it's gray. He's pushing stuff into my camera view. All right, we'll get through this. So this one has a little chevron pocket. They're going to be loud, guys. They just are. I love this stencil, and I use the Glimmer Mist, and it's just so pretty, so shiny, those flowers. Really pretty. And then here, you get Timothy from Dumbo. And then here's just all the little pieces that come in it. Graphics Fairy. This one has a little sewn envelope. It says Adventure, and then that little key there. So all tucks in there, and there's still room to fit lots more stuff in there. Here's a little button. And lots of room for decorating it yourself. But so much variety in the papers and the laces and everything else. So I hope that you really enjoyed this. Oh, before I forget, I am now offering my Ode to Nature digital kit in physical printed form. And it's 7 pages total. And you can get it if you do not have a printer or you want me to print it out for you. It's 28-pound presentation paper. It's lovely weight for junk journals. And this is everything you'll get. So that's also in my Etsy shop. So before we have multiple more meltdowns, I will say goodnight to all of you. And remember that these journals are still in stock too, because I'd like to clear them out of my inventory and get them to you.